What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another showcase video. Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at Falcon here. So now that he has his tier 4 available to him and this new uniform, I thought I would go ahead and rank him up and actually give him a proper build to test him out. So I do have him at level 80, not tier 4, because I don't tier 4 a ton of characters, but I do get most of the characters to level 80 that can get to level 80. So anyway, so we have him at level 80. We don't have any Urus on him, and that's because we didn't really need any to max out his stats, so I wasn't really too fussed about investing into that yet. We only have the skills leveled up that we really need. We don't have any type of enhancement. We have fully awakened overdrive set on him. We do not have an artifact on him, and we do have a CTP of rage on him, and also the uniform is at mythic. If we check out here, we're pretty much capped on everything except for crit damage, so it shouldn't really be affecting his gameplay too much there. So yeah, let's just go ahead and hop in and see how Falcon can perform with this new uniform here. Alright, so here we are over at Kang Stage 9, using our normal showcase team. We have Athena there for leadership and Shuri for support. We're going to go with all dodge ignore strikers. So let's hop in and see what we can do here with Falcon. Alright, so pop that, and not too bad with his regular rotation. I did try him out a little bit at level 70 with his, with Rage on, and his damage was pretty low for his regular skill rotation, the 3-4-5. So I definitely think that at level 70, his damage is kind of lacking. But now, if we can go ahead and pop the tier 3, boom, look at that damage. Because he has this accumulation linked to his tier 3, so we see a massive uptick in his damage as soon as we pop the tier 3. And so even at level 70, when he's using the tier 3, and then for like the next rotation after the tier 3, his damage looks really good. So I'm definitely happy with his damage output once he has his accumulation active. But before that, it's, I don't know, it's just a little bit maybe above average. Like he would be, as one of the characters I would classify as like usable and able to kind of clear some of your higher difficulty content, but not necessarily one of the fastest or well, yeah, just not one of the fastest, because his skill rotation seems pretty smooth, and he does have healing. He's got some damage immunity, so he's not really in too much danger of dying. So let's go ahead and hop on over to Null really quick here. Alright, so actually we're going to just go right over to Dormammu because we already showed off King, so I don't think it's really that necessary to show off Null. So let's just hop in here because this is going to be where we'll actually get to see more of what his raw damage is looking like. And of course we are using the same team that I always use here for the showcases. Alright, Falcon, let's see what you can do to Dormammu here. Alright. Regular rotation, and we do actually have type advantage today. That is surprising. Normally I do not have type advantage whenever I do my Dormammu fights. Oh yeah, and if I wanted to play him more effectively, I should be doing that 2 and 3 whenever I can, because his tier 3 is really, really important for his damage output. Yeah, look at, wow, look at the difference in damage. Just popping that, come on, end the skill, please. Oh my gosh, yeah, his tier 3 is gotta have the longest animation, I think, out of any character's skills in the entire game. It is ridiculous how long this tier 3 animation is. Alright, so now we can pop back over to him because he definitely would have died there. So pop that. But yeah, his damage is looking really good with that, once we get that accumulation going. Okay, let's get out of the way of that. Boom, boom, and this should just finish him off quite easily. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, tier 3 hits like a truck. Normal rotation, not too great, but it is not horrible. So bar and a half, almost 2 bars actually. Let's make sure all of our accumulation is worn off real quick. All right, so now let's do the regular rotation again, see what we get. Yeah, it's only about a bar when we do not have any of the buffs from the tier 3. So now let's do the tier 3. You can already see where the boss count. We did like 6-7 bars worth there. Will he die from this? He almost does. Yeah, see how long that animation is. So now we do have, like I said, some of the accumulation still here. So we get a bit more damage, or at least we should. That didn't seem like as much damage as I was expecting to get. So yeah, he's definitely relies a lot on his tier 3 for damage, but I mean, as long as you spam his skills and get to his tier 3, he will pretty much just obliterate the boss once you use the tier 3. Yeah, because look at this. I mean, he has no problem here, so he can definitely take on Dormammu without any issues. I do think that you're going to want to have a rage on him, though. It seems like it'd be very difficult to use him with a regular damage proc. So, yeah, I would still recommend having a rage on him. Actually, I don't want to waste my boost points here. I want to clear this when I actually have a full team. So let's just wrap this up here and get back to the outro. Okay, so yeah, Falcon here is looking really good with this uniform. I mean, if you put a rage on him, I expect him to be performing quite well for you, probably in like the top 10%, I would say, of the roster, maybe top 15%. There are still quite a few characters that can out DPS him, but that's mainly because they have better DPS during their normal rotation and don't rely so heavily on like their tier 3 or awakening skill for their DPS like Falcon here. But overall, I'd say he's a very solid character. I didn't have any issues with his survivability outside of needing to switch if you run into any issues with his tier 3 animation taking too long. But again, that's not really that big of an issue. Just switch to one of your other characters and he's completely fine. Outside of that, yeah, I'm really happy with Falcon here. He'll be keeping his rage, so he's definitely earned it. But let me in the comments below if you have ranked up Falcon here and if you've been using him and in what content. Curious to know how he stacks up with your use case scenario. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.